Hello, everybody, and welcome to the DECA Dialogues. We're sitting down with members from all around as they share their unique journeys. From first competitions to future careers, hear how DECA is building the leaders of tomorrow today. Get inspired, get connected. This is DECA Dialogues. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on episode 10 now, officially entering the double digits. And joined with me today is the very own Leah Tibbetts. Leah, how are you doing today?
So great, so great. How are you
Good.
doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. I'm doing wonderful. It's a breezy but nice day here in Alexandria for a good fall. We haven't had snow yet. Yeah, I'm really surprised. Have you had snow yet where you
A
are?
little bit.
Okay,
A
just a
little bit,
little.
not much though.
I'm surprised. I mean, we're getting into what, like the second week of November. Normally by now there'd be blizzards and whatnot. I mean, hey, fingers crossed, keeping it up. I like it, but I'm a little surprised. Uh, why don't you share a little bit about yourself? Kind of tell us a little bit about who you are and where you're from, and college that you go to, and whatnot.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm originally from Holly, Minnesota.
Okay.
So,
Hey, Minnesota native. All right, there we
yep,
go.
yep, you know where that's at.
Yeah.
But I go to school at NDSCS, which
Okay.
is the North Dakota State College of Science,
Okay.
and going there for my business degree, emphasis on marketing, sales,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
hospitality. So all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'm in DECA
Yep. Yep.
president.
Yep.
So let's go.
I love it.
Represent,
I love it.
represent. So I'm there to just get an education and get into the real world. So
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Leah. Now, speaking of DECA, and we'll talk about it here a little bit later on. But you're the DECA president now. Kind of, what does that first experience look like for you, or how did you get into DECA? I suppose, like, what was that? I've heard the stories of people like somebody practically dragged them into a meeting, or somebody's like, oh, I thought I'd just give it a try. What is that? What does that experience look like for you?
for me, it was a little bit different.
Okay.
So for our school, DECA is actually a required class
Okay.
for
Interesting.
freshmen.
All
So
right.
we have pretty high numbers. I think we have about 50 members right now. So we partner with NDSCS Fargo.
Okay.
So some of those students, we do an online Zoom with the instructor in Fargo. And so we all kind of connect. We have our meeting today, which is
Hmm.
going to be fun.
Okay. Good luck with
So I
that.
was required to be there. So I walked in, I was like, okay, this is a class. Don't even know what this is. It didn't even mention it was DECA.
Okay.
It's called professional development.
Okay. Okay.
So we have certain objectives we have to hit. It's like 10 different things for out of the passport, out of the leadership passport, and you
Mm,
have to
hmm.
complete two of them
Okay.
to complete the class. And then you have to attend the fall leadership conference, which is
Hmm.
like 500 points. So if you don't attend that, you fail the class and you have to take it again. Um, but no, I met one of my best friends, Addison Garrett. She goes to UND now, but she really actually got me into DECA and doing all the extra stuff
Hmm.
that it includes. She was like, okay, so you and me, we're going to do, marketing communications and we're
Hmm.
going to be partners with this. And then everybody has to do an individual event.
Okay.
Um, you can choose if you want to do the spring semester.
Okay. Interesting.
And if you want to compete, I don't
Hmm.
know if you're required to compete or not.
Okay.
I think you are required to compete, but
Hmm.
then you can choose if you want to go to nationals or not if you
Oh,
advance.
interesting.
So, very interesting there. And yeah, that's kind
Yeah.
of how I got into DECA and how it's going. I decided to come back because I wanted because when I went in, I had no idea. Our
Hmm.
president, she was in DECA in high school. She
Okay.
just got kind of appointed because, she was in DECA. She knew
Right.
what was going on.
Hmm.
But we didn't really have much leadership other than that
Hmm.
based on like going into competitions. None of us had
Yeah.
any idea what was going on.
Hmm.
So I just kind of wanted to come back and help out in that way
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
do like we only did one mock case study, and so I'm trying to get us to do a few more of those
Hmm. Hmm.
and get some more volunteering stuff going on. So
That's wonderful. Yeah, thank you for sharing that a little bit, Leah. Now, I do have a quick question for you. Were you in DECA in high school, or was college was that first kind of experience for you
yeah,
then?
I had
Okay.
no idea what DECA was.
Interesting.
I'd
Okay. Yep.
never heard
Yep.
of it.
Yep.
Never heard of FBLA,
Hmm.
any of those sorts. We didn't
Hmm.
have it in Holly, so maybe I can bring it back to my high school and
Yeah.
get one up and running there. But I had no idea what DECA was.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a little bit of a different you're right. It's a little bit of a different story. That's interesting. It's one of the greatest things that I love doing when I do this is I get to hear that different lens from everybody's different personal experiences with it. And that's a very neat one. That was a kind of like this required type thing to do. But no, it's very good. I mean, honestly, if I was an instructor, I would definitely require it because it's just it helps you in the long run. It helps you in the long run. And transitioning a little bit now, you mentioned a little bit, especially at the beginning, the DECA president. Now, how's that going for you? How's that year going? You were kind of about, I'd say, almost to the end, at least at Alexander, we're about toward the end of the first semester. Kind of how's the year going for you so far?
It's going pretty good. I wish I could put more of my time into DECA,
Hmm.
but I started off the year with soccer,
Okay. Okay.
and then I joined basketball.
Okay.
So yeah, the coach was like, "Oh, well, if you want to play for us, we could use another player." And I was like, "You know what? Yeah,
I love it.
sure.
I love it.
Why not?" But no, DECA, it's been going pretty good. I mean, we have people that come into the meetings.
Yeah.
We talk about the stock market game a lot,
Awesome. Okay.
leadership
Yeah.
development techniques.
Hmm.
So it's been fun doing all that stuff. I want us to do a few more projects. So I'm working on a few volunteer stuff, some
Yeah.
case studies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's awesome. And actually, just kind of bouncing back a little bit on that sports side of things. How did the game go? Was that yesterday? And you said was it Nebraska? Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
Nebraska. We played Norfolk. It was a really close game.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think halftime it was tied 45-45.
Ooh.
I don't really play. I'm just
Okay.
kind of there as like an extra
Okay.
person,
I love
which
that.
everybody's got their roles, and
Hmm.
I think it's just fun. I love the game of basketball, but we did not end up winning. It was so
Oh
close.
gosh.
We could have made a few more layups,
Yeah.
but they were a really good team, and I think they're
Yeah.
gonna do great.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wow. That's got to be a hike though, isn't it, to Nebraska? That's got to be a little bit of a hike.
Yeah, I think it
Gosh.
was 5 hours.
Ooh. Ooh. Coach bus or no?
Yes.
Oh, good, good. Okay, gosh. I mean, I was gonna say 5 hours on a yellow bus. That would have been, ooh, that wouldn't have been fun. I tell you what. My gosh. Well, kind of appreciate you reflecting on the year a little bit. I suppose the next thing I'd ask is, you kind of talked a little bit about how it's going, kind of shared a little bit about some more things you'd like to incorporate a little bit. Do you have any like goals as the president this year? Like kind of when you got into the position, you were like, okay, this is something that I'd really like to establish as president, or this is one of my goals. Do you have any of that you're going to implement next semester, so to speak?
Yeah, for the competitions, I don't want people to be scared of them.
Hmm. Okay.
Because a lot of people, they get anxiety from that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody thought that they had to go on the stage and present in front of everybody.
Oh,
And I think people who aren't in DECA kind of could think that as well.
yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to bring to light that it's not that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's a lot more laid back. It's more about your person. Like, it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
perfect. Your
Hmm.
case, like your
Hmm.
ideas. It's just you presenting your ideas to the judge about whatever case study it is, and like it's not as stressful as some
Yeah.
people would think it
Yeah.
is. And I
Hmm.
really want to get that point across because a lot of people are scared to compete, and
Yeah.
I want to be like, guys, you'll be fine. I
It'd be great.
promise. I'll
Yeah.
hold your hand. I promise. But I want to get that point across. And
Hmm.
then I just want everybody to be able to grow as a
Hmm.
leader, no
Hmm.
matter what they're in. I mean, we have people in basketball.
Hmm.
I think we have some volleyball girls,
Hmm.
and I want DECA to help them be able to,
Hmm.
succeed in their sports as well, and like
Hmm.
leading and being a good person.
Hmm.
Another thing, the volunteering. I think we
Yep.
should implement more of that. We do a blood drive
Oh, wow,
um,
that's awesome.
every year, so that's one of our big thing is that
Hmm.
like that we run that. But I think we could implement more things. I
Okay.
just have to tweak those ideas a little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
and that's what I got for some goals.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Leah. No, I think that's really important, and you definitely probably know it's hard to cram DECA into an elevator pitch. I mean, it really is. When you're at a school fair or something, you got the booth and people are walking by, and it's like, oh, what's DECA? And you got to be like, do you have 30 minutes, right? Like it's hard to explain it in 30 seconds, but I think that's a really neat thing that you're doing to kind of lay the land a little bit for the people and the members in there and be like, hey, it's good. Holding their hand as you mentioned, holding their hand, it's going to be okay. No, that's really fun. I think that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a good reminder just to kind of implement that, at least for myself too. So thank you. Speaking of leading, how has DECA kind of led you to your future goals, or I suppose like what does that look like when you get done with college? What's the next step for Leah? What's that next step, if you know?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to go into business because I was like, okay, what is the best degree that I can get that is
Mhm.
very versatile, that it's stuff that I know, which
Yeah,
is like economics, marketing, sales, all that stuff. I've had sales jobs in the past, and
I love that.
I was like, okay, so this is what I'm going to go into. Now I just need to figure out which field, and I need
Hmm.
to dial it in. So I'm not 100% sure yet
Okay.
what I'm going to do in the future.
Yeah.
I could always get my AAS and then
Hmm.
go on to a 4 year if I decide I'm not ready for the real world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so could do that. I know I might want to open my own business
Oh, nice. Okay.
because I like to be the one, calling the shots
Yep.
and
Yep.
making big
Oh,
decisions.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. You're
So
singing my tune.
yep. So that's kind of the plan for now. Haven't set anything in stone, so we're just waiting for that, oh, this is it
Yeah.
moment.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, it's at least for me, I probably the most common question I get is especially now because my advisors are trying to like help me plan my future, and they're like, "What's the next step look like?" And I genuinely, I don't know. It's going to be an aha moment. It's hard to describe, but I know it's gonna hit me. It's gonna once it comes, it's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's the thing to do." And it's
Exactly.
especially in the business program, like you said. I mean, I'd eventually like to own my own business one day too. I think that'd be really cool. Like you said, calling the shots, that's definitely down my alley. But I just don't know, for sure what yet. But that's totally okay, right? You don't have to know. But I do have to, before I forget, I got to mention, we were talking before we got recording here. I love that neon butterfly that you have on that wall there. That is awesome. That's a real neat decoration you got there.
Oh yeah, thank
Of
you.
course. Of
I
course.
love I love all my decor.
I love that. I love that. Now, Leah, how you kind of talked a little bit about the past, kind of about the present, and then kind of a little bit about the future. But how has being in DECA kind of led you to that realization that solidified that decision to be like, okay, yeah, this is something in business is what I want to do.
Yeah, doing the case studies and preparing a pitch
Hmm.
and that kind of stuff, and like making your own ideas or
Hmm.
making these little marketing pitches. I'm like, okay, this is so fun.
Hmm.
This is so fun. And I've talked to people at conventions and
Hmm.
I'm like,
Engage.
yep,
Yep.
yep.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm like, okay. You do this every day? I want to do that every day.
I love that.
I want that to be my
Hmm.
everyday life. So I'm like, okay, this is how DECA has helped me because
Hmm.
this is fun. Like I want to
Hmm.
do this every day. I don't want to have a job where I'm miserable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's what I've realized throughout DECA.
I completely agree. Now, Leah, as we kind of get toward the end of this episode here per se, I'd love to just open up the floor for you for anything else you'd like to say to anybody listening, DECA member or non-DECA member. The time is yours to take as much as you want to say whatever you want.
Awesome. Just a little bit of advice. Don't care about what people think as much.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
you go into your brain, are you thinking about what other people are doing 24/7?
Hmm.
No, you're
Hmm.
not. You're thinking about yourself, your
Hmm.
responsibilities, what you're doing with your life,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
you need to just not care what other people think as much, you know? Some of my roommates and my friends, they were like, Leah, like why are you joining DECA again? Like it's just gonna take up so much more of your time, you know, you're working, this and this. And I'm like, yeah, but I love it. You know, I want to do
Hmm.
this. And
Hmm.
so I just did it. Same with basketball. They're like, Leah, why are you joining basketball? You haven't played since high school. And I'm like, it's just because it's something that I like to do. And I don't really care what other people are going to say because it's what I want to do. So if you have something that you want to do with your life, just take the first step.
Hmm.
It's just step by step, 1% better every day with everything.
Hmm.
So that's a little bit of advice that I would like people to know.
I love that.
Yeah, another thing that I want to say is just it comes along the same lines as that. It's take action, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
with things that you want to do. Just don't wait.
No.
The longer you wait, the more you're going to put it off and put it off and put it
Hmm.
off.
Hmm.
So take action now while you're
Hmm.
younger and you
Yes.
have time. That's one of the things. And
Yeah.
yeah, DECA helps a lot with stuff. So if you're not in DECA, join DECA.
Yep. Join DECA. Come on
Join
now.
DECA,
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
Let's
Oh,
go.
that's awesome. Leah,
So
those are wonderful reminders. Thank you. At least for everybody watching and even myself personally too. I think that's really great. That's really great advice and really good reminder to just if you love it, do it. I mean, do it without caring what at the end of the day, it's you against the world. You gotta trust your gut. You gotta do what you love and taking that action to do it. I think that's a great reminder that you said. So thank you.
mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's your life. You got
Yeah.
to do what you want.
Exactly. Carve your own path. I love
Hmm.
it. Little hint, getting
Yep.
towards Thanksgiving, carving the turkey, carving your own path. Well, everybody, as we wind down to the end of this episode, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to episode 10 of the DECA Dialogues. Can't believe we're already at double digits now. That means I've been doing this for about 10 weeks. Oh my gosh, time flies. Jeez Louise. Anyways, please please share, comment down below. If you want to be on, just DM me. I'd love to have you on. It'd be so fun. And hit that subscribe button, I should say. Notification bell, just ring it. Ring that notification bell. And from Leah and I, we're wishing you a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one, everybody.